好，今天我们就来玩这款艾迪芬奇的记忆啊。我是看到有一个论坛上的推荐的短游戏，然后正好 Steam 打折，然后一看评分奇高，我就下下来准备玩一下。这个开头一看就是很有故事感啊。啊，是中餐盒，就在这湖上漂吗？好，有本书。
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
探索房子，一开始就探索房子。
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed
11
inside half the
岁，
rooms.
一半的房间不让我进入。这个邮箱还蛮有意思的，就是那个房子的小型画，那感觉房子的主人还蛮有爱的。
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
7年前的账单，可以看一下吗？没法看。报纸拿不了。
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
你兄弟什么时候走的？
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
这里可以下去吗？可以啊。The Finches 分歧家。那先走走看这个小路。啥都没有。什么都没有吗？应该从这边走，应该走得过去吧。
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
哦，那边被一棵树
But now I
挡
had
住了。
questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
就是讲他家族的故事了。这个
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
这前面那个什么一个棚，篮球架。这房子好有意思啊！我是
The
从
house
这
was
边
exactly
走
like
的。
I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
小时候觉得这房子很不舒服，这看上去还蛮不错的。
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew
17岁
exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
所以这房子里到底发生了什么？这是 mixing 这是肥料。
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
不是去正门的钥匙。还有个自动车库门。这儿啊。啊？
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
车库东西，所以这房子就是废弃了很久很久了。
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
2010年1月，但是你不是怕这个房子吗？
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Eddie, Louise, Don. 哦 ，Edith Finch. In loving memory， 所以 Louise 也是啊，这就是他那个 brother， 那个兄弟。Great grandson of Eddie Finch family ceremony. Cemetery. Finch family cemetery. 他们家族有一个墓地。鱼罐头。
Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Molly 呢？那他的母亲和奶奶呢？这应该是母亲，这是奶奶吧？哦，对，他应该是小时候就离家出走了，给人的感觉。但是那个，然后弟弟走了，弟弟走了之后，妈妈走了，妈妈走了之后给他留了这个钥匙，所以他回来了。
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
永远的中餐馆哪都送。
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
啊？有一天突然走的，急急忙忙突然走的，什么意思？
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. 这个面条没发霉，没长虫子，这饭。 Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
真的吗？我感觉这房子还蛮正常的。
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Original house， 哦。啊 ？Original house after it sank， 所以这是 original 哈，这是原来那个房子。
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Oh, Barbara Finch. "这是抽油烟机里面出来的风声。 可以把正门打开吗？
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
哦，他还有一个叫 Milton 的兄弟。这是打开地下室的钥匙吗？
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
啊，地下室也开不开。这房子藏了好多秘密啊！为什么这边有个猫眼？这里面像里面锁住了什么东西？
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
哦，为什么 Milton 走后就要把这个都锁起来？
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
以前是个童星啊 ，Barbara Finch 她奶奶。
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
哇，真的是充满秘密。哦，还有一个 wine color。Barbara。1944到1960。房门也是电影城。 那是去哪儿的钥匙呢？哦，应该是主角自己的房子，自己的卧室。
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
哦，这是 Great Uncle Walter。
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
哦，这就是原来那个房子，就沉到水底的。 Great Uncle Walter.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
啊，这钥匙是打开这个的。Under the Sea， 海底2万里。
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
哦。啊？
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
对啊，所以到底藏了什么秘密啊？小女孩的画像、话剧。
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
啊？一个
Just like I had
小
no
女孩
idea
的
where
房
all
间。
this was gonna lead.
猫头鹰。哦，口哨。
I grew up looking at
Molly.
Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
对啊。1947年。
1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
OK。杀鼠的
The
事。
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
什么？ 啊？
My Halloween candy was all gone.
什么意思啊？这小女孩是被虐待的，被锁起来虐待。我想过，No, don't.
I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
妈妈是个控制狂吗？但是 Molly 的妈妈不就是她的奶奶？
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no.
I ate a lot of things that night.
她这个手上看上去就生病的感觉。
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
窗户也锁住。
And suddenly,
啊？
I was a cat.
这
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
嗯？好神奇啊！
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
这是玩的地方。
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
啊，在那。
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Huh. Find something bigger.
A mama rabbit.
在哪？ 哦呢？
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Ah. 这到底是一个
I
什么
rolled
故
off the
事？
cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
海豹。
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
哎呀，
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
嗯，
Grabbed on tight. And I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
啊，我又变成了个海怪。
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
啊，好神奇啊！
I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
啊， 啊，爬不上去吗？ 还要从这边绕。
After the last passenger, I was still hungry.
嗯，
Across
越
the
来越
road, I
饿。
smelled something new, something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Good smell went through an old pipe。管道里有什么好吃的？洗手间。
I got closer and closer.
哎，这不是你自己的房间吗？哦，是那个鱼箱里的鱼吗？啊，不是啊。 那是什么？是魔力吗？魔力自己吗？
All my stomach started growling.
Huh?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
啊，这
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
哦，就是探索一个个房间，然后把他们家族的人都那个介绍一遍，最后构成一个故事。啊，回不去了吗？好，回不去了。
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
啊，这是他
Though,
父母的
when
房
we
间。
adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
哦，这是哦，对，这是 Molly 的父母，所以这就是那个奶奶的、姥姥的房间。
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune
挪威的。
and misfortune.
嗯，
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
天哪，原来如此。
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
奥卡斯。
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
嗯，这个墓地设计的还蛮有创
His
意。
daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
OK。 啊？我怎么退出来？好，Holding。
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Holding Finch。开不开？
Lewis died a week before we left,
Louis。
but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
哦，这是 ED 开始准备给他画。
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Walter, Barbara, Kelvin, Sam, Molly, Don, Gus。 好的 Milton, Edith。 哦，我是最小。 嗯，好多药。Built 937。
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
这把钥匙 There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Huh? Huh.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
为什么要锁起来呢？ Milton. Kelvin, Fort Kelvin. Kelvin. 这房间没什么故事吗？ 感觉像童子军那种的。哦 ，Sam，Fort Sam。哦，这是他们俩兄弟的房间。一个想当兵，一个想去太空。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
为什么不说呢？
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
可能太悲伤了。
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready.
Kelvin.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Oh.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
怪不得
I think
他，
he'd already made up his mind.
怪不得 Sam 从来不提他的兄弟。
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly, and he did.
啊，
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Xiao 通道。哇！好厉害啊！造这个房子
The
的。
passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
好，我们先去把这个开开。哦，所以他那个曾祖父就是造了这个房子，就是给小孩玩的，然后各个房间里面互通。
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
难道不是吗？哇，他还有自己的玩偶，哇，还得过奖。Bigfoot。
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
1944到1960，活了14、16岁。
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec.
这是去地下室的方法。
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
啊，这配乐。
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
嗯，
Oh dear.
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
啊，
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh no！
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And here he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
哎呀，哦这儿，
That night, she played her part beautifully.
所以这本书作者是怎么知道这些通道的呢？哦，我记得是。
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving,
啊这
but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
不应该打电话吗？人不见了。
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Huh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
So Sam and the water. Huh?哦，不对，不是。Street。不能从这边走。哦，这里退出去，然后去楼下转那个。
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
原来如此。
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
哇，这天已经黑了，天黑了。会不会在那个 incident 之后修好了？啊？没有，还是这个秘密。就是很传统的地下室。
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Off limits 是因为下面的工具太危险了，然后有很多细碎啊之类的。
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
这下面有什么？哇，暗的什么都看不到。
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
所以 Walter 就一直躲在这下面。
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
确实给他打击很
If you
大
wait。long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
2005年了。
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
2005年是谁走了？
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
不能往这边走。这下面也是摆满了书。
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
Calvin.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
这砸了一个通道。
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
这个火车和大城市轨道之后，差不多就猜到了。
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
所以不让来地下室。
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
注意
But
躲
if she
火
never
车。
told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
那火车应该
Trying to
停
bury
运了
something
吧？
that's
这
still
么久，
alive.
试图掩盖一切。
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two,
Maybe two.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
确实。
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
1952到2000。
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Why not？ 为什么呢？这巴士你猜难踩的有点太用力了。啊？
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
那个灯塔，我怎么过去？啊，不是走这边走。
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
啊，这个灯还在运作，这些灯还在运作，好厉害！氛围感拉满。
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
哦，这是要去那个家族墓地了。
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one.
哦，这是那个，这是 pet。 啊，养了这么多
3 of
宠
the
物
gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
啊！
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Edie Walter Barbara, Calvin, Molly.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Past never went
She could
away.
see it poking out of the water at low tide.
哦，那就是沉船，沉的那个房子。
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
我可以走下去，跳下去。
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Sam.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Correct. 怎么死的好早啊？这个1岁，近2岁，这个13岁，这也就33岁，哇！你说克死的也不是没有毫无道理啊。
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Jane.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Mm, 这是那个变猫之后有跳过来，有跳到过这里。
If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
哦，你怀孕了。
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
哦，刚才去的是 Sam 小时候的房间，然后 Sam 就再也没进去过那个房间过。兄弟，这个就成了 American 了。
photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
这他们家里人 ，Grandpa Mom， 然后你。 其他地方先。
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Okay. 有蜡烛，有婚戒，有乐高。啊？
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What? Am I gonna have to shoot you?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like I'm done? Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, 这个还蛮温馨的。
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's...
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh no！ 原来 Sam 是这么死的，我的天哪！原来如此。
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
那是 Sam 和 K Sam 和 K 的，所以这一支就是 Odin， 从 Odin 到Steven Eddie， 然后是 Sam 和 K， 然后就是这一支 Milton， Gus 的，房间看上去好像没什么吧。Meal ready to eat. Meal ready to eat. 储备粮。
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Binge control. 啊？哦，三兄妹。Divorce contract。哦，和他老婆离婚了。
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Bartend over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
怎么了？
I wish he could have told us.
哦，
About the world he saw.
我的天哪！
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
真是家门不幸啊！
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yeah.
Yes. 很喜欢植物，恐怖小说，送给 Gus 的一首诗 ，Friends。
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. Make him cry.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Okay, go inside the tent. Gus 不会被雷劈中吧？
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
这一家人安全意识不是很强。
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
哇，这个是完全碾死了，这房间。Gus 还喜欢滑板，什么都想试试的一个人，感觉。
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
能理解。
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
也跟 Water 一样，Water 那个更极端一点。
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay, 印度人。Fly to India, pack. 10 with critical thinking, math, science. 理工生。
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
路易用了不同的那个香料。
And to see kids in the house again.
是不是这个房子被诅咒了？如果待在印度的话，可
The house
能
had to
就
get a
没
little
事
bigger,
了。
but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Reading is a hoot. Great job. 他还自己教自己的孩子 homeschool。她老公出事了，是吧？
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. 然后他们就再也没找到过 Milton。小艺术家，感觉。Wow. I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
哇！好像穿过了那座啊。所以到底是出了什么事情呢？ Disappeared。有他那个消失的线索吗？
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
找不到了。我们刚才走过的地方有什么线索吗？那他是画完了这个他在这边画完了，画完了他一路走上去。嗯，这两幅画是不是一样的？
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
然后要去哪里？往上走。
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
哇，这个断了，楼梯断了。抽水烟。
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
是个比较 hippie 的人。High school diploma。相机。喜欢看电影，哦不对。Red King of Dream。Red King's Dream。 玩游戏 ，locker content。
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
枯燥的生活让他成了瘾君子。
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
drift.
wander. I asked him to describe it.
脑子里面开始玩游戏。
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Started small 就是一开始想的就比较简单了。
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
Bats.
And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
Oh.
Daydreaming at the cannery.
对啊，不很危险吗？
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
是因为上班的时候吸毒吗？
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
想的东西越来越复杂了。
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
我的天哪！
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
天哪！
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
俊俏的王后
handsome queen.
Handsome Queen。 哇
The queen was on her own quest for
Rainbow
radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
有点我上班时的那个状态。
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He's a god?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Oh.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
就是下班了，风又拉回了现实。Imperial Palace 哦，这就是那个中餐馆。
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
哦，不是，这是他妈妈去接他的时候，这个是 Louis。
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
他已经不再工作了，他完全就是机械化的，这个手在动，完全沉浸在自己的想象里。这工厂也挺诡异的。
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
哦，刚才不是，刚才是他自己的意识，然后他自己的意识看他的身体还在那边切鱼。 但是他精神世界就已经脱离他身体。想象越来越具象化。
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
啊！原来如此。
And the rest I think you know.
哦。
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
对啊，太危险了。
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
那爱丽丝，你的故事呢
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
怪不得他们说是一下子就走。这是我自己的房间。
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
对啊，这个房子太多让人伤心的。
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
哦，Sandy，哦，这是他妈妈的房间。哦，不对。
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe
这
it
是
should have
我
come
的房
sooner.
间。
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
这最后一晚发生了什么？
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
对啊 ，Grandma 她。
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
很害怕的事情，并不会。
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
啊，这都是安全事故啊。然后他妈妈就确信是诅咒，家族诅咒。
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
是在推。
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
经存在过的哦。
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
他们家的残骸。
Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
No.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
And then she didn't.
Last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Oh. 那从这个语气来说，就是爱丽丝应该很可能是把她生下来之后就走了。
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
果然。
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
哇，这后劲还是蛮大的，感觉要缓一缓。What a journey！ 感觉当成视觉小说来阅读，或者怎么说，当成一部电影来看，完全是 OK 的，就那种尝试性的那种电影。好，那今天就玩到这里吧。我觉得很多东西现在一时半会儿语言也组织不了。我觉得以我这种比较低的文化水平，要去写有关这部游戏的简评，可能也是不够的。但是我觉得如果大家有机会的话，一定要自己去体验一下，也好好一个人静下来体验一下这款游戏。感谢你的观看，我们下次再见，拜拜。